name is Frank Dancevic. I was a tour player from 2003 to 2018. I'm currently the Davis Cup captain, and I've been coaching now for the past 6 or 7 years high-performance athletes. I've been, in my times, we didn't have any representation. We didn't have anybody to really back us, right? And we didn't even know about that. We didn't even think that that was possible or that existed. And I've been, privileged and to be part of Vashik's team as a coach when, a couple years back, when the PTPA was actually, getting founded. So I have a little bit of an idea of what they've been trying to do, and it's amazing. And what him and Novak have done over the past 3-4 years, it's incredible. And really to, the player, they want fairness for the players. That's the ultimate goal. And it's something that, in the past, maybe some players didn't realize, but now they're realizing it more and more that, we're getting treated unfairly on the tour. And I can give you a couple stories about myself, just a couple examples. I was playing ATP tournament in Atlanta, and in the match, there was a scoreboard that was actually illegally placed too close to the sidelines on the court, and I went for a ball, I ran in, and I have a scar that's probably about, good 10 inches long on the side. I split my leg open on the court, and I was laying down on the court, and everybody ran out. Everybody ran out to help me, and they carried me into the physio room. And the doctor on site said, "Oh no, that's nothing. Don't worry. We'll just." And they actually stripped it on site. They gave me a tetanus shot on site, and I wanted to go to the hospital, and they didn't actually let me go to the hospital. I was young. I didn't really know. I didn't see the whole picture at the time, but I just stayed there. I was like, okay, whatever. I'll deal with it. So my leg was split open. They put it together. They gave me a tetanus shot. And I was out of commission for a few weeks after. I mean, even longer, I can't remember exactly now, but I was out of commission. But at the same time, you're a player, and that's how you earn your living. You have to go out and play to actually earn a living. And so I asked for a simple wild card at the time. I said, listen, I lost a tournament. I can't play for the next 2 years. Would you guys give me a wild card into one tournament later this year? And they denied it. I was going in circles and circles. I couldn't get hold of anybody. I had my agents hassling people to try to just, see what's fair. And at the end, I'm like, what should I do? Should I, get some money out of this? Should I sue these guys? I had no idea what to do. I had no direction. I had nobody to actually help me as a player, right? So it was difficult. I lost months and months of trying to play through injury, trying to play, I had scar tissue for years and years after. But that's just one example of something that can happen to a player, and not having representation, not having somebody to back you for whatever situation it is. Another subject that I think is important as well is player pension, something that isn't talked about much, but at the end of the day, our careers end, and one day we would like to, have something for what we've done on tour. I played for 18 years. I don't have a player's pension, and one of the reasons is the rules back then, and I'm not sure if it's changed now, but the rule was that you had to have a certain amount of tournaments. It was 9 tournaments a year on the ATP, on main draw ATP, and what they promote is when you get to a tournament, of course it's for the fans as well. They don't want you to tank or just not try in matches, so they promote just to pull out of the event. If you're not able to play 100%, if you're not 100% healthy, you have to pull out of the event. And so what I did was I was hurt, I had a back injury, and I would show up to the event and I wasn't ready, I wasn't 100%, and I would pull out of the event. And these were main draw ATP tournaments, and I did this, for a few weeks, 3, 4, 5 tournaments in a year. Essentially, not thinking that I would lose a whole year of pension because I'm doing this. Instead of just going and playing 2 points and saying, oh, whatever, coming up with an excuse, I could have actually, had a whole year of pension for myself. So these are just little things that I look back now and I'm like, why was that rule there? Why did we have that rule where I could have just, I could have had my pension. I lost a whole year of pension. So those are just a few examples of why I think the players need representation and they need help in these aspects when you're not sure what's happening when you're young, you know, coming up on tour. You don't understand how the whole tour works. It's good to have somebody like the PTPA representing you. Well, I think the bottom line is Vasek and Novak they're there to help the players. They want fairness. That's the bottom line. And from the beginning, I've seen that. From me just overlooking from the side, I haven't really been involved, but just from seeing is like they want to help the players and they want to see the sport evolve into fairness, right? I believe that's the main goal. And of course, there's many topics to speak about and we can go round and round in circles, but the fairness hasn't been there. It hasn't been there for decades, and that's the ultimate goal. And right now, I didn't feel fairness. A lot of the players, I feel, don't feel fairness, and that's where they're trying to get to one day, right? And it's a challenge, right? Like, you have agents, you have parents, you have all types of distractions that are trying to pull the players' focus away from the big picture, right? And the big picture of where we're trying to evolve and where this sport is trying to go. So the ultimate goal, it takes a lot of energy. I mean, these guys have been at it for years now, and it takes a lot of energy, and it's finally starting to pick up. It's starting to snowball into something great. So it's amazing. It's wonderful to see, and I hope that all the players really can get on board and grasp how important this situation is, and how we can grow this sport a lot by just having everybody together as a team, right? Ultimately, we're playing for ourselves, but they should look at it as a team. Like, we're a big team. We're tennis players. There's only a couple hundred of us in the world. Let's be a team. Let's get through this together. It might be a few hard years, but at the end of the day, everybody will be a lot more happy, right? Well, tennis it's a huge sport. It's third globally, right? It's difficult, I think, to compare with team sports. It's just too different. Tennis is an individual sport, but again, it comes down to the revenues and what the tour is making, what the tournaments are making, what everyone is making, what is fair to the players. And I believe now it's just low. It's low compared to the other sports. The other sports are getting a lot higher percentage, revenues compared to what we're getting, right, as tennis players. So I feel like that's how we should look at it. The revenues, like the revenue is, we should just get more than and we're low. We're on the bottom scale of other sports as well. Guys, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have, such a team, the PTPA, working for you guys. And I wish I had this in my generation when I was playing. So I hope you guys can get on board and really support each other and make great things happen in tennis one day.